Howdy folks, Luke Simons with you, back to the Basics 101. Today we are supplementing our cows and putting some precious nutrition back out on that soil. Remember, beef is one of the only products that is 100% recyclable. Why? Because beef is an organic material. And if you're holistic ranching, everything about it is recycled, 100% recycled. It's great for our environment. It is not detrimental to our environment. This is what it does. Beef, every piece of beef is 100% recycled. Not just what humans eat, but dog food, leathers, all beef is 100% recyclable.
Just Shorty's in the pickup, I guess. Grab the Leathermans. I just pull it over the top, like so. And we have a rope. Basically turns into a rope. Yeah, they know the plan. Well, I guess Shorty's not gonna listen to me today. Just pull that out like so. And when my girls are feeding, if I'm at work, a lot of times they don't do this, but I like to clean the box off. And what happens is, sometimes they only feed a half a bale this time of the year. It gets cold, so we feed every other day. Sometimes it's a half a bale, whatever it is. And so in this case, there was a half a bale on there from a couple days ago. Hey, watch out there, 514. That cow there, folks, is a 4-frame cow. She's one of my taller cows. Most of my cows are 3s. But that cow right there is a descendant of one of my oldest cows, which is 17 years old. And her mom's long since gone now, but that's one of her daughters from one of my best bulls. That's number 50. That's out of one of my best cows. That's a granddaughter out of one of my best cows. This cow here, I keep her around. She saved the whole herd one time in a snowstorm. And she knew what was up. That's a descendant. That's a, let's see here, that bull right there is actually out of my best cows. Yes, that's how it is. Out of one of my best bulls I've ever had, and out of one of my best cows I've ever had. And that's him in his working clothes. This particular bunch of cows, which are not all of them here, it doesn't look like. This bunch of cows here, I'm gonna shut this real quick. This is them in their working clothes, is what I was trying to say. This one here is another one. Her mama was 16. And look at that little cow. Look how fat she is. Now this little cow right here, that Hereford cow right there, she always looks like that. Not my widest cow. Easy, Shorty, easy, easy. But that cow right there, that Hereford cow, want the jug handle underneath the brisket there. That cow, for 2 years, I didn't see her. She survived and raised 2 calves out there on the reservation by her lonesome. Doesn't look like much, but genetically, she's tough. Really tough. And that's what we're after. We're after tough cattle here. Easy, girl. Easy. Hey, Shorty, Shorty, easy, easy. Shorty, 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 Shorty. No. Come on. Come on. Get in there, Shorts. Come on. Get in. Shorty, not on camera. Come on, let's go. That was embarrassing.
I cannot stress enough getting that nourishment back out on the pasture. I don't believe in dry corralling because that urine That manure, full of vitamins, enriched fertilizer, needs to get back out on the pasture. And where we feed on the pasture is so vitally important. Get it up on those hilltops. You want it on the hilltop. It makes the biggest difference of what your soil can do. You can awaken your soil, your bugs in your soil.
Now all of this here is getting ate. This is getting ate up. And you can see, yes, there's a little waste in there, you would think, right? See that? That's wasted hay. That's not waste, guys, ladies. That is nourishment being put right back into my soil. You can see all those little leaves and such. See all that buildup? This is another little hilltop right here. Now this manure is telling me something. It's telling me that not enough protein. No, the cattle aren't dying, but for them to thrive, they're gonna need a little bit more cake. And that's something I'm gonna have to start doing. See that? Right there? That's 6 inches. And all that is compressed grass. If you're grossed out by this, don't be ranching. This is just compressed grass put through my combine and harvested. You can look at it. It's just all compressed grass. That's what that is. It's compressed grass. Pretty cool if you think about it. It's neat. Then we have people in government that say that these animals are bad for our environment, which is just absolutely silliness. This is what's happening is we're recycling grass back into grass. That's what we do. Beef, once consumed by human or otherwise, and there is nothing, a beef animal is completely 100% recycled. It is completely recycled. Either it is ate by humans, dogs, etc., the hide, etc., and it all turns back into organic material, feeding the grasslands. That's what it does. That's what she does, folks. It's pretty sad that we have, I think it was President Obama, wanted to charge us a tax on this, on our cows passing gas. Can you imagine? Just the ignorance of it. Look at all that buildup. All recycled material. And of course, meaning I buy my grass hay, all of this is getting put right back into my soil for nourishment. That manure with the bugs that are living in this soil, which are hundreds and thousands of them, because this is a healthy pasture, all that manure will disappear. Now the average cow patty in the average pasture without good working bugs or ruminism in the soil, if you might say it that way, a cow patty like that can last 3 to 5 years. You know what your soil is doing by how quickly your manure disappears. That's how you can tell. It's just one little spot my daughters have been feeding in. Look at all that manure buildup, folks. Seeing that? It's gorgeous. It's gonna turn into grass. You can see here, cattle's urinating. Cattle urinate. They can drink 40 to 60 gallons of water. In the wintertime, they consume a lot more when they're winter grazing. But look at all that nutrition they're putting right back into the soil. Phosphorus, nitrogen, urine, powerful stuff. Look at that. The grass is laying there. It's not as dormant as a person thinks. If I dig through that, the bottom is still green. I guarantee you it will be. People say it's a type of hibernation, really. Look at that. Now, something that Ellen Savory said, and is very interesting, the national grasslands produces more oxygen than all the rainforest combined. Think about that for a moment. Think about that. That's interesting. It's fascinating. Really fascinating. All made from cows, just like so. Cattle. Grass, if not grazed, will turn into nothing. Nothing. Our grass in North America is so powerful. Our native range grasses are I'm sorry folks, if you're from the south, you're gonna need, your cows will have to take 6 bitefuls to get the same amount of protein we have in our national grass, in our native grasses rather. It's fascinating, fascinating stuff. No, I don't buy hay. I'm sorry, I don't make hay. I buy it all. It's cheaper to buy it for me. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Look at them cattle grazing. Unnatural, they say. My government. So far removed from the truth, it's not even funny. Not even funny. Just look at them cows. Got more cows over there grazing. Put in that nutrition. Now, some of you folks, okay, so if you're not set up real well on your operation, and you know, bale feeders in corrals and stuff, you are really wasting your nutrition. You really are. And I don't get me wrong, I'm not coming down on anybody. Everybody's operation is a little different. But putting it out here, I don't have to spread manure. No. Your cattle are grazing. They're your combines, they're your manure spreaders, they're your harvesters, and they can graze anything. In the Badlands, I can graze anything and everything. Think about that for folks. That's mind-blowing. Cattle are awesome. My land doesn't cost as much. It's not desired. Farmers don't want it, even though they keep on inventing stuff that'll move my rocks and my ranchers. If you're a holistic rancher, we are all about soil health. Soil health, that's really what it comes down to. Soil health. That's the goose, not the golden egg. That is the goose. You have to take care of the goose to get the golden eggs. That's what it's about, folks. That's what it's about. And farmers, you know, they harvest everything good and wholesome out of the ground, and then they have to put synthetics back in the ground to get their products of grain, which I'm happy that we get grain. But us as ranchers, we are just the opposite. Build up the soil. Build up the soil. That's what we do. We don't want synthetics in our soil. Oh, I probably just made all the farmers mad. I didn't mean it that way, though. I didn't mean it that way. It's true. All farmland would be good to have cows on it. Really would. Impact, not such a big deal. Impact is when cattle step on your and compress the soil. There's ways around that. I would recommend North Dakota Grazing Coalition. There's some boys there that are very, very smart. I'm not all that smart. I just mimic what smart people do. Folks, it's fun. My grass is hibernating, and I am giving them a treat for this spring. It is awesome. It is awesome. Shorty, has anybody ever told you you smell like a wet dog? You smell like a wet dog, girl. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You smell like a wet dog at itis.